Chosen one, listen carefully. God is revealing the truth they tried to hide from you your entire life. Right now, everything around you is changing. The people you trusted, the opportunities you thought were safe, even the dreams you've been ignoring. They're all being rewritten. And here's the thing, this isn't just coincidence. This is divine activation. You are being positioned for something so powerful, so life-changing, that once you see it, you'll never be the same. But you must act fast, because this message isn't for everyone. If you're watching this, it's because you're ready to step into your purpose, claim your blessings, and rise above everything that held you back. So, before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell to make sure you never miss a single divine update. This is your moment, chosen one. And it all starts right now. When God begins revealing truth in your life, the first sign isn't thunder in the sky or a voice from the clouds. It's something much quieter, but far more unsettling. It's the shift in people. The very ones you laughed with, prayed with, trusted with your secrets. They start acting different. You can't explain it at first. The energy feels off. The conversations feel forced. You sense something behind their smile that wasn't there before. They don't clap when you win anymore. They stop checking on you. They say things like, "You've changed," or "You think you're better now." But deep down, you know, it's them who can't handle your light anymore. Chosen one, hear this clearly. That sudden shift isn't coincidence. It's divine exposure. When God elevates you, He also separates you. He begins to pull back the curtain and show you who was really walking with you, and who was only walking beside you to benefit from your glow. Because not everyone who smiles in your face is for your destiny. Some are connected to your history, not your future. The truth is, many of them saw your calling before you did. They recognized your spiritual power before you even understood it yourself. And instead of supporting your growth, they quietly feared it. They pretended to be loyal while secretly hoping you'd fail. Because your light exposed the darkness they refused to heal in themselves. But God is done allowing hidden jealousy and spiritual parasites to surround you. That's why the energy around you feels tense lately, because He's rearranging your circle. And yes, it hurts. It hurts when the ones you loved start fading out of your life. It's painful to watch familiar faces grow cold while pretending nothing's changed. But that pain is not punishment, it's protection. God removes before He replaces. He isolates before He elevates. And He exposes before He blesses. He's cutting ties with those who would have delayed your next chapter, those who would have leaked your plans, those who secretly wanted your light to go out so they could feel bright again. So, when people start distancing themselves, let them go. When conversations die out, don't revive them. When invitations stop coming, don't chase them. Because the truth is this: you're not being left behind. You're being set apart. This is divine separation before manifestation. It's God saying, "You can't take that energy into where I'm sending you." And yes, it feels lonely at first, but soon you'll realize the silence was never empty. It was sacred. Every chosen one must walk through this phase. It's the spiritual detox, the removal of hidden enemies disguised as friends. You're being prepared for a higher frequency, and not everyone can breathe where you're going. So the next time someone's energy suddenly shifts, don't panic, pay attention. Because when the truth is revealed, you don't lose people, you lose illusions. There comes a moment in every chosen one's journey when God says, "No more blindness. No more pretending you don't see the signs. No more ignoring what your spirit has been screaming all along. No more confusing comfort for peace. This is the moment when everything you've been avoiding, denying, or excusing suddenly comes into the light. At first, it's disorienting. You start noticing little things, words that don't match actions, energy that feels off, people whose smiles feel hollow. Then, like lightning, the truth strikes all at once. That uneasy feeling in your gut, that dream you brushed off because it didn't make sense, that small whisper saying, "Something's not right here." That wasn't fear. That was divine discernment. You weren't paranoid. You were prophetic. The enemy wants you to doubt that gift. He hides deception under logic. He tells you you're overreacting, so you'll silence the intuition God gave you to protect yourself. But now, God is turning the light on, in every hidden place of your life. The truth about relationships, your workplace, your finances, your circle, even your own mindset. It's all being revealed, and when that light hits, it burns. Because the truth never arrives gently, it arrives to cleanse. You'll realize you stayed in certain places out of loyalty, not purpose. You loved people who never loved you the same way. You sacrificed your peace for validation, and that's when it hurts. Because the truth doesn't just expose others, it exposes you. But chosen one, don't mistake exposure for punishment. Exposure is liberation. God isn't trying to embarrass you. He's trying to free you. He's saying, "My child, you cannot heal what you keep hiding from." He's pulling you out of illusions that felt like safety but were actually prisons. What's falling apart right now isn't your life, it's your lies. And those lies had to crumble so your truth could stand. You can't step into your divine assignment while dragging dead weight from your past. You can't receive the blessing still bound to the versions of yourself that no longer exist. This is the uncomfortable beauty of awakening, when God forces your eyes open to what your heart already knew. So when your intuition screams, listen. When the truth feels heavy, face it. When the mask falls off someone you trusted, thank God. Not because it doesn't hurt, but because now you finally see clearly. You'll notice how everything that once confused you begins to make sense. You'll realize how God was warning you in whispers before he had to shout through chaos. And you'll understand that every truth he reveals, no matter how painful, is a key unlocking a new level of freedom. Because the truth doesn't destroy you, it delivers you. So don't fear what's being exposed right now. Don't fight it, don't numb it. Instead, stand still and let the light do its work. Because this is how God breaks your chains, by revealing the truth you were never meant to live without. This is the stage that tests the very core of your spirit, chosen one. When the truth starts surfacing, when you begin breaking cycles and walking in purpose, that's when the pressure hits hardest. The moment you start aligning with God's plan, your spiritual battles multiply. You wake up feeling drained for no reason. Things that used to flow suddenly feel stuck. People start provoking you out of nowhere. And those old habits you thought you left behind? They start whispering again. This isn't coincidence, it's confirmation. Because when you step into awareness, the enemy steps up his warfare. He knows once your eyes are open, he can no longer manipulate you. He can't trick you with distractions, false love, or temporary pleasure anymore. So what does he do? He attacks your mind. He plants confusion. He stirs up chaos. He sends emotional storms that make you question if you're really chosen at all. But chosen one, this is not the time to retreat. This is when you armor up. Remember, God never promised a painless awakening. He promised victory through the war. Every sleepless night, every sudden wave of fear, every obstacle that seems to appear out of nowhere, it's all spiritual warfare. You're not unlucky. You're under activation. The attack is the announcement that your destiny is near. The enemy only fights what he fears, and right now, he fears you. He sees your light expanding. He knows you're breaking free from generational patterns, breaking curses that your ancestors couldn't, stepping into a power he can't control. That's why the resistance is so intense, because you're shifting dimensions. You're no longer operating from your old frequency. You're rising into divine alignment. And when you elevate spiritually, the air gets thinner. It's harder to breathe, harder to rest, harder to stay calm. But don't let that scare you. That's how you know you're leveling up. God is saying right now, do not be afraid of the storm. The lightning only strikes those carrying light. So when chaos hits, stand still. When your emotions spiral, pray louder. When you feel like everything is falling apart, remember, sometimes God allows the shaking so everything fake will fall away. Keep your faith steady. Speak life over your situation. Guard your mind with scripture. Surround yourself with prayer warriors, not doubters. Because here's the truth. The battle is loudest right before the blessing. The storm rages hardest right before the sky clears. And the enemy attacks fiercest when he knows you're about to step into your breakthrough. So don't mistake pressure for punishment. It's preparation. Hold your ground, chosen one. You're not losing your mind. You're losing your limitations. And when the dust settles, you'll realize the enemy didn't break you. He just revealed how unbreakable you really are. This is the part no one really prepares you for, chosen one. The loneliness that comes after awakening. Because once your eyes open to truth, you can't unsee it. Once your spirit awakens, you can't go back to pretending you're asleep. And suddenly, everything that once felt normal feels foreign. Crowded rooms start to drain your energy. Small talk feels empty. Even familiar places feel strange, like you've outgrown them overnight. You look around and realize, I don't belong here anymore. And as confusing as that feels, that's exactly how it's supposed to be. Because when God reveals truth to you, He removes your comfort from illusion. He pulls you out of environments that no longer match your vibration. He closes doors that no longer align with your calling, and He silences the noise so you can finally hear His voice. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out. The world teaches conformity. God teaches clarity. And clarity often begins with isolation. So when your social circle shrinks, when your phone goes quiet, when you feel detached from everything you once loved, understand this. It's not rejection, it's recalibration. This is the sacred stage where God resets your energy. He detoxes your spirit from people who drained it. He deletes distractions so He can download direction. You might think, why does it feel like everyone's leaving? But what's really happening is, God is clearing the room so your next chapter can begin. Every chosen one must pass through this wilderness phase. It's where your faith deepens. It's where your discernment sharpens. And it's where your true purpose begins to bloom. Remember, even Jesus went into the desert before stepping into His destiny, and so will you. Because the wilderness isn't punishment. It's preparation. In that silence, God whispers your assignment. In that stillness, He builds your strength. In that solitude, He reminds you who you really are. You'll notice how your desires start changing. You'll crave peace more than attention, purpose more than popularity, authenticity more than acceptance. That's how you know your soul is healing. When solitude no longer feels scary, it feels sacred. So if you're in that in-between space right now, detached, invisible, misunderstood, don't panic. you're not lost. You're being positioned. The same people who doubted your silence will one day witness your resurrection. They'll wonder how you disappeared and returned unstoppable. Because isolation is never the end. It's the incubation of greatness. You're not being left out. You're being set apart. So sit with the silence, trust the process, and let the loneliness transform into alignment. Because the truth is, chosen one, you don't belong everywhere. You belong exactly where God is about to send you next. After the battle, after the silence, after everything you've endured, something begins to shift. You can feel it in the air, like the atmosphere itself is speaking your name. Suddenly, everything starts aligning, perfectly, mysteriously, undeniably. You wake up seeing angel numbers everywhere, 111, 222, 333, 555, 777. Every time you glance at the clock, it feels like the universe is sending coded messages. You bump into someone who says exactly what you needed to hear. You dream of something, and it shows up in your reality days later. It's no coincidence. It's divine orchestration. It's confirmation that your vibration finally matches your divine path. Because when God reveals the truth and you release illusion, your soul begins to vibrate differently. You start radiating clarity, strength, and purpose, and that signal calls in everything that was once waiting for you. The opportunities that once ignored you now chase you. The blessings that once seemed blocked now burst open like floodgates. It's as if the universe was waiting for you to remember who you are. But here's the real warning. When divine alignment begins, your ego will try to claim ownership. It will whisper, "You did this. You created this. You're unstoppable but chosen one. You must stay humble." Because what's happening isn't just your manifestation. It's God's manifestation through you. You are the vessel, the messenger, the living proof that divine timing is real. Every miracle you're seeing now is a result of your spiritual endurance. You held your faith through confusion. You trusted when nothing made sense. You believed when you were broken. Now heaven is saying, you've passed the test. The light you carried through darkness is magnetizing your destiny. But even in this alignment, remember, every blessing is also a test. Will you use this energy to serve others? Will you stay grounded when abundance begins flowing? Will you keep your eyes on God when the spotlight shines on you? The universe aligns to elevate your mission, not your ego. And if you can remember that, nothing will ever be taken from you again. So when the signs appear, when the numbers repeat, when miracles unfold faster than you can comprehend, don't panic, don't overthink, don't run, receive. You've entered divine synchronization, the rare moment when heaven and earth move in rhythm through you. Every coincidence is now a confirmation. Every delay was divine protection. Every heartbreak was a realignment. Now your story, the same one they doubted, dismissed, and tried to silence, is turning into a living testimony of divine truth revealed. The truth they tried to hide has now become your victory song. You are no longer walking alone. You're walking in alignment with destiny itself. And from this moment forward, every step you take echoes through the universe with divine power. Because when you align with truth, the whole universe aligns with you. Chosen one. Take a deep breath and hear this clearly. Everything you've been feeling, everything you've been sensing, wasn't random. The moments of confusion, the betrayals, the sudden separations, they were all orchestrated by God to prepare you for this moment. You are being awakened. You are being aligned. You are being positioned for blessings so powerful, they will leave people around you speechless. Right now, the universe is opening doors you didn't even know existed. The people who doubted you, The paths that closed in your face, the opportunities that felt impossible, all of that was leading you here, to your destiny, to your truth, to your divine purpose. And here's the most important part. God is calling you to step fully into your power, not just to receive abundance, but to carry it with humility. Not just to thrive, but to shine as a guide for others still lost in the darkness. So stand tall. Trust every nudge, every dream, every sign that has been guiding you. You survived the tests. You endured the attacks. You embraced the truth. And now, everything begins to flow toward you. Remember, chosen one. The truth they tried to hide from you is the key to everything you were born to claim. Walk boldly, walk faithfully, walk with the certainty that the universe is now on your side. And when you do, you won't just live your destiny. You'll become the living proof that truth cannot be hidden. Your awakening is your power. Your alignment is your victory. Your destiny is unstoppable. So rise, chosen one. The world may not understand you yet, but soon everyone will witness the miracle you were always meant to become.